Hello friends, welcome again. And this is my new project, Credit Card Fraud Detection System. And I have developed this project in Python, Django, and MySQL. And for algorithm, I have used logistic regression and the random forest. So these are two algorithms I have used for detecting the fraud of on the data of the credit card, which I have downloaded from the Kaggle website. Also, the version for the Python I'm using is the Python version 3.7 and the MySQL version is 5.6. MySQL I have used for storing the local data like for user information, file details, for etc. For all these things I have used MySQL database. Django for the front-end development, is for UI development I have used the Django framework, right? And this is the web application, so I have used HTML, CSS, and JavaScript for developing this application, means the designing the UI of this application. And also I have used some of the jQuery library, like you are seeing the slider is running on. And for date, calendars, form validations, I have used the jQuery plugins. Also for creating the charts, I have used the chart.js. So these all technologies I have used for developing this project, right? So let me explain again. So Python, all the business logic I have used, I have written in the Python, right? So Python version is 3.7. The MySQL I have used for the database, that is the 5.6. Django version is Django 2, and I have used Django for the web framework, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and CSS for the web designing, right? And for algorithms, I have used two of the algorithms. The first one is the logistic regression, and the second one is the random forest. I have used these two algorithms for checking the credit card data sets, right? So these all things I have used inside this project. Okay, so let me explain you the data set first. So I have used this data set, right? So this is the Kaggle data set. So you can see this data set I have used. So there are totally uh, uh, 31 columns available in this credit card.csv. 31 columns you can see. And if you want to read about the data set, then you can find the details of the data set here. So it's a data set contains the transaction made by the credit cards in September 2018 by European cardholders, right? And there are 2,84,807 transactions, in which 492 records are the fraud records, right? So on these data sets, we categorize the fraud transactions and the valid transactions, right? So out of 284 2,84,807, 492 is the fraud data sets, right? So this data set I have used, and the size of this data set is near about 150 MB, right? So 144 MB, the size of this data set, right? So let's start. So I have trained my algorithms on this data set, right? So let's start with the functionality, go through what I have developed inside this project, right? So this is the home page of the project. So you can see this is a simple so our home page, and this page I have developed in Bootstrap, and this is a responsive. So if you host this application on the AWS, then you can use the EC2 instances for hosting this application, and you can access the URL using the mobile view. And this is the responsive, the screen will be fit according to the mobile size also, right? So this is the responsive theme, right? So this is the about, this is something about the project, right? So if you want to change the content of this about us page, then you can change it from the about.html. So there is a two types of files here, right? The HTML file, the HTML file which I have used for adding the information, and the business logic has been written inside the Python file, right? This is the login from where admin will be able to log in, and after that he will be able to perform certain operations, right? Means uploading the data and all the things admin can use, right? So this is the contact us, this is a dummy contact us page I am using, right? I am not sending any type of email and SMS from this page. This is only a dummy page. I'm not saving the value of this contact us page anywhere into the database also, right? So let's start with the login. So the user ID is admin and password is test. So this is this details will be checked inside the database. So if you enter the invalid credentials, then you will not be logged inside the system, right? So the user ID is admin and the password is test. So once you log inside the system, then you will get this dashboard, right? So these operations you can perform. So let me go through one by one. Home already explained you. about already explained you. This is the dashboard. Now comes on the upload credit card files. So this is the upload credit card data sets, right? So you can upload any number of data set here, right? So if you have a different data set with 31 columns, then you can upload it here, right? And you can check the fraud detection, means you can detect a fraud on that data set. So there is a provisioning in the system. You can upload many of the data sets and you can predict the, you can check the fraud of transactions on that data set, right? So you can upload any number of data set here. So once you upload it, you will get the details in the files report, right? So I have uploaded only single data set, that is the credit card.csv, right? And so I think it's a um, invalid name here, right? So I need to change it, right? So I will change it, right? So the file name is creditcard.csv, right? So there are four buttons here: view data, delete, prediction, and analysis. So once you click on the view data, you will be able to find the data on the data tables, right? So this is the all of the data. So you can see there are 1000. So I have not loaded the all of the data because there are 2,48,000 records available, right? So if I load 2,48,000 records on the web page, then web page will be hanged, right? So I have rendered only first 1,000 records. So you can see this is the first 1,000 records. So you can see this is the 1,000 entries, and this pagination is available here, right? Even you can search the data from here. You can uh, export this into the CSV, Excel, and PDF, and print it also, right? So this is the pagination, right? So even this is the class variable, right? So if the class is 1, means that is the fraud transaction, right? If class is 0, this is the valid transaction, right? This is the data set, right? This v1 to v28 is the value provided by the PCA, right? For these all are the numeric values, right? So this is the overall data set, right? So let's go on the other things. So this is the delete. Once you delete it, then the data set will be deleted, and you need to upload the new data set, right? But you can upload multiple data set here also, right? So this is the prediction. So I will explain it later. Analysis. So once you click on the analysis, you will get the analysis of that data set, right? So you can see so I have done the analysis on the 10,000 records only, right? So you can see this is the 10,000, right? Yes, I think it's a 1 lakh, right? Okay, so type of the data is a data frame, right? Data shape is this one, 31 columns out of 10,000, right? So unit target value is 01, right? Means the class value. Percentage of patients, right? It's a 96 percentage, right? And the this is the fraud transactions, right? And this is the map where you can see on the overall data there is 99.62% is the normal transaction, and if you disable it, then you will get it. Okay, so there are only 0.08 0.38% is fraud transaction, right? So if you enable it, then you will be able to get the 99.62% is the valid transaction, right? This is the total number of transactions. This is a pie chart. This is the means bar chart, the same thing, right? So you can see the number of fraud transactions is very less as comparison to valid transactions, right? This is the few columns, and these are some of the analysis on the data set. This is a whole description of the data set, right? Okay, so this is the whole analysis of the data set, right? So let me go through the predictions. So in the prediction, there are, you will get the three things, right? The first thing is the enter form data manually. So once you click on the enter form data manually, you will get a form where you need to input all of the data one by one, right? So it's a very lengthy process, means you need to copy and paste the things from the CSV file, and you need to fill all of this form and submit it, right? So this is the very lengthy process, means you need to copy one by one transaction here in the form, and after that submit it, and after that our system will check that that transaction is valid transaction or the fraud transaction, right? So the two are also available. The see uh, the this one, the upload a single CSV file and upload a multi CSV file, right? Multiple CSV records. So these two records are also available here, right? So single file, you can upload a single CSV file. So let me explain you here. Hmm. Right, so this is the multiple and this is a single, right? So what I'm doing here, let me open it. So once I open it, so this there are three files here: credit card.csv. This is the data set, this is the single CSV file. So I'm opening here. Yeah, it's opening. So this is the single data set file, right? So you can see the class is zero. Class is zero means this is the valid transaction, right? So this is the valid transaction, and this is a single row, single row of the credit card data set, right? So I am checking the value, means checking the transaction on this CSV file, right? So what I'm going to do, upload the CSV file. Once you choose that file, that is the single, and once you click on the submit, then uh, once you submit it, then internally two algorithm will check. The first one is the logistic regression and second one is the random forest. You can see this is the logistic regression, and it's saying that 99.89%. I think there is some issue with the random forest. So let me check what is the issue. So now you can check, you can see the logistic regression accuracy is 99.89% and random forest accuracy is 99.9994%, and both are saying that the transaction which you have uploaded is the valid transaction, right? There was some condition missing. I have fixed that, so both of the algorithm is working fine. So this is the accuracy score and this is the result, right? And this is the value which has been exported from the CSV file. You can see this is the time and the value from v1 to v28, right? And the amount, right? So this is the same value which you have imported from the CSV file, the CSV file which you have uploaded, and the system reads the data, and after that those data has been printed here, right? So this is the number of percentage of the accuracy percentage of the random forest and the uh, means logistic regression, right? So this is for the valid transaction. Now what I am going to do, I am uploading an invalid transaction, right? So means the fraud transaction. So this is the files report, and after that I am going on the prediction. So let me show you the data first. So this is the fraud transaction and I am uploading it. So this is the fraud transaction, and if you, yeah, if you see the class, it's a 1.0, right? So 1.0 means it's a fraud transaction. I'm going to upload it and checking it that this is a fraud transaction or not. So upload a single record, and this is the choose file, and after that for.csv. So once you click on the submit, then the system will check for both the logistic regression and the random forest, and it will check the transaction which you have uploaded is valid transaction or the fraud transaction. So it's processing, and it will take 5 to 10 seconds to process. Okay, so the model is running on the real time, means once you are uploading the data, the model is running and checking the, yeah, this is the fraud transaction. You can see this is the fraud transaction and accuracy score is same, and you can see this is the data set you have uploaded, right? So this is for the single data set, means you have uploaded a single data set with the invalid transactions. So the system is saying that it's a fraud transaction, right? Now the other option is the multiple data set, right? So this is the prediction, right? So in that, upload multiple CSV records. So there will be, so if you have more than one records, then it will be very big pain to analyze each and every records again and again, again and again. So right, so from here you will be able to upload the multiple CSV records file, and after that the system will check all the records, and it will show you that that is the fraud transaction or the real transaction, right? So let me show you the data first. So this is the multiple, and I'm going to upload it. So let me show you the data first, right? So these are the value, and this is the class, right? 101. So there are three records with means fraud transaction, and rest are 1 2 3 4 5 6. Six are valid transaction, right? So I am going to upload this file. Let's check that how the system behaves, right? So this one, and this is the multiple, right? So once you click on the submit, then the system will means the so here I am running only and only a logistic regression, right? So once you upload the data, then system will read the data line by line, and it will, the algorithm will check each and every transaction, and it will display in the data table format, right? And it will categorize it to the color, means the fraud transaction will be in the red and the valid transaction will be in the green, right? Then you will be able to find the multiple transaction, in the multiple transaction which are frauds and which are valid transaction, right? The system is processing, it will take hardly 15 to 20 seconds to process the data and check the transaction data, it's a fraud or the means a valid transaction, right? So let's wait for some time. Yeah, it's uploaded, right? So you can check, you can see there are three transactions which is fraud, right, which has been reported fraud, and there are six transactions which are valid transactions, right? So here you can see the red transactions are fraud transactions and the green transactions are the valid transactions, right? So here you can see the transaction value is very less in the case of fraud, and the transaction value is high in the case of valid transactions, right? So this is the data. Even you can import, if you want to import this file, then just click on the CSV and it will import the CSV file, right? So once you, I have exported into the CSV, so just click on the CSV, you will get, okay, this is the fraud, this is fraud. You will be able to find out all of the data set here, right? All of the data, right? So this is for the multiple transaction, right? So there are three, so let me explain you again. So once you have the credit, if you want to check the credit card data is fraud or the valid, so there are three options we have provided. The first thing is the form. So let me show you again. So analysis, no, it's I think prediction. So the first one is the enter data manually. So here, from here you will be able to enter the data manually, and it will be very complex, means you need to copy and paste each and every transaction details here, and after that you can check the things from algorithm. After that, this upload a single CSV file and upload the multiple CSV file. In the single CSV file, you will be able to check the single records only, and then in the multiple record CSV file, you will be able to check the multiple transactions, right? So this is all about the checking the transaction is fraud or valid, right? So this is a my account section from where you will be able to update your account details, right? And this is the change password from where you will be able to update your account password and the logout. So the above menu is totally session driven. If you log out from the system, then the above menu will not be appear, right? So let me show you. So you can see the above menu is not appearing, right? But if you log inside the system, the above menu will be appear, right? So this is totally session driven, right? So this all functionalities I have developed in this project, credit card fraud detection system, right? And it's a major project, and I have used a logistic regression and the random forest to checking the credit card data is fraud, means transaction is fraud or valid, right? So if you need more functionality in this project, just put it into the comment. I will incorporate the changes inside the project. I will make this project more better and better according to your requirements. And don't forget to subscribe our channel for getting the latest project videos on the latest technologies. Thanks for watching the video. Thank you very much.